Well, I've been working all day and just came upstairs, let the dog go to the bathroom. This is what I come up to. Evidently winter has decided to show up today. You can tell it's not super cold because like around the pond here has not filled in. The pond must be keeping it just above freezing. But yeah, you can probably take the bug zapper down pretty soon. Halloween was just yesterday, so we've got Halloween decorations up still, but as you can see, lots of snow sitting on them. The snow is that very sticky, wet kind of snow. Good for making snowballs and snowmen, but not enough for snowmen right now. The geese don't seem to care. The dog's having a good time. What we're gonna do right now is walk down to the garden because with all of this, I think it's definitely time. We have two zucchini squash that got too big when we had traveled a few weeks back. We noticed them, so we left them just out of curiosity to see how big they'd get. Well, now we're gonna go pick one, see how much it weighs, and then we'll feed it to the chickens. Nothing's really ever gonna go to waste, but it's a good time to pluck those out because we had a frost yesterday. Was our first frost was yesterday, and then today, of course, with this snow, those zucchinis will start rotting soon. Anything left out here is pretty much gonna rot at this point. There's a couple old squashes, like winter squashes, that some deer got to. We left those. I'll probably chop those up and give them to the chickens as well. Let's see. Let's see here. Here's the one of those winter squashes that the deer got. You can see there's bite marks taken out of it and stuff. It was being chewed upon for a while there. The dog's sniffing around for something. The kale's still there. Kale surprisingly will live through these kinds of snow. Until it gets into the teens, the kale will be fine. We'll still be able to harvest it. But this is where the squash was. You can see all the squashes are dead now. But we have these two gigantic zucchinis over here that we left out to see how long they would continue to grow. And they definitely continued to grow. So here's the first one. It's covered up with a bunch of leaves. We'll get those leaves off and we'll see if we can't get this guy twisted and removed. The crazy thing is it was still growing. I mean, this thing, let's see, I have a size 10.5 boot, and look at that. And it's like 1.5 of my feet. Things are huge. So we're curious to see how big they got, like the weight at least. Now this is nothing like a like a record or anything, right? These squash, I think the records are like 100 and something pounds. So they get really big. But yeah, kind of interesting. We just left it growing to see what would happen. You can see, like, even as of just 2 days ago, this one of course didn't make it because it started freezing. We had that frost, but you can see they were still producing. We were pulling squash off until a week and a half ago. Dog's having a good old time. All right, bud, you ready? Okay, well, we're gonna take these two squash back up to the house and I'll bring you back in when we give them a weight, see what they weigh. Here they are, two very large zucchinis. I've washed them off and dried them, clean them off, make sure there's no dirt so that we get a fairly reasonable approximation of their weight without a bunch of water weight. Put a scale down here. You can see it's zeroed out, 0 pounds, 0 ounces. And I put a $20 bill on here just so that people can get a concept of how big these things are, using a dollar for scale basically. So we're gonna pick these up, put the first one on. You can see how big it is compared to that 20. It's pretty ridiculous. And the weight for the first one is 8 pounds, just over 8 pounds, right? Half an ounce over 8 pounds. So quite large, pretty big. We'll go ahead and take this one off, set it to the side. Now let's put this other one, we'll make sure it's zeroed back out. It is. Get this one. This one's a little heavier, so maybe it'll be closer to 9 pounds, maybe? I don't know. This one, as you can see with the bill for scale again, is 8.5 pounds. So both of these got really big. We just kind of left them go to see what would happen. These things grew to gigantic sizes. Now, I will say we could probably still eat these if we wanted to, right? We could shred them up and make zucchini bread or make zucchini brownies or any other zucchini recipe that you would normally make. You probably wouldn't want to eat them just as like cut up and grilled or sauteed or steamed or anything though, because they'll probably be kind of tough and not taste so good. But for those kind of recipes, I would guess that we could still totally use these. It's not like they go bad. And we do have like 16 pounds here. It's a lot of zucchini. But we have a lot of zucchini already put up in the fridge or in the freezer. We'll shred it and then bag it up in, you know, the cup sizes that we need, or the bag sizes that we need to make our recipes that we normally make, which are zucchini brownies and zucchini bread. So with that, we don't really need to save these guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut them up and feed them to the chickens. So I think we'll take the bigger of the two first, just because it feels a little softer. This one is still nice and solid. This one's getting some soft spots right here along the back. And it's probably just where it got frost on it last night. I would expect that these were impacted by that frost. As I said earlier, zucchinis don't really like that. So yeah, so I'm going to get this cut up in half here. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside, and then we'll take one half out to the chickens. All right, so here is this squash fully cut. You can see it definitely got soft on the end here, on the edge where the frost must have set on it. So I'm guessing that's probably what that's from. But you see there's a lot of seeds in here. This is what the chickens love to eat. So the chickens will go crazy for the seeds. They'll also just kind of peck at the meat in here too until there's nothing but skin left. We do the same thing with pumpkins and other winter squashes, especially if they get damaged out in the field or something. The chickens just love to eat that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to take out, I was thinking I'll only take out one half, but I might just take out both halves and let them have at it for the night. And then tomorrow we'll probably do this one. But all right, I'll bring this out, show you what the chickens do once we give it to them, and we'll wrap this video up. Heading out here, and I don't think the colors look as good on camera as they do in real life, but man, the sky is just looking beautiful right now, especially with the backdrop of all the snow on the trees and on the ground. Everything has like a very light glaze of snow on it, and the sky has all these blues and almost whites and purples mixed in. So it's all looking nice. Now I know come March I probably will not be so in love with the views of the snow because it won't have stopped for such a long time, but I still don't mind it. We like the snow. It occurred to me just a minute ago, these guys were in the pond. I just put them back up, I don't know, an hour ago at one of my work. I took a coffee break at work, and it occurred to me that this is the first day these guys have ever seen snow. They were all hatched in March, I guess, April. We hatched Lucy, which is the gray one in the front, and they never went outside when it was snowing previously. They've only ever been outside in the summer and the spring. So this is their first day of snow. They don't seem to care very much. They were in the pond swimming around as it was snowing earlier. They did not seem to mind one bit. So good on you guys. Good on you. Hope you enjoy the snow. All right, let's get Zed going here. We're gonna walk down to the far side of the chicken coop because it's easier to set the squash down here than walking over to the front. You can hear the roosters letting us know they're there. Okay, so come around here. We have a shed. We have our old little chicken coop that we built 2 years ago. And here's the new coop where the chickens have moved into. All right, so don't mind the mess with the water can knocked over. That's empty right now. We've switched over to using our regular watering again. I'm gonna drop this first one down in there. Drop this one down in there. There you go, ladies. And they'll quickly start picking at the seeds in there. Yep, they like seeds. They very much like seeds. I don't know if you can make it out, but there and over there. There's some pumpkin pieces in here. Same deal. There's basically nothing but skin left on those. The chickens really do like pick them out. They really enjoy eating all these squash. So we'll leave them to eat. 9 of them decided to come out. I guess a couple of them are still not pleased with the snow. I know that last year on the very first snow, when some of these chickens were still young, they were not happy and they did not want to come out in the snow. It took them days before they would come out and walk on the snow. I'm surprised that some of these guys are out here. These 3 barred rocks, the black and white striped ones, this is also their first day of snow. Oh, as well as that, I forget the type of bird she is, Wyandotte. That Wyandotte, she's new as well. So yeah, it's kind of surprising. The both of the roosters as well, this is their first time seeing snow. All of these guys are their first time seeing snow, and they're all handling it very well, surprisingly. Okay, well, there you go. We got chickens eating the squash. Thanks for coming along, seeing how much those squash weighed. Now you can see what they turn into as all the chickens take their turn at the... I knew that was coming. Figured I'd pause for a second while they take their turn at the buffet. They'll all enjoy this, and then pretty soon it'll be time for bed. It's getting late. The day is waning. It's after 5, so sunshine will be disappearing quickly. All right, well, have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell and you'll get notified when we release new videos, and you know, click the thumbs up if you like this video, and please share these videos if you want. Once again, thanks. Have a good one.